Hey y'all, welcome back to another What Else is Going On, aka We Go Podcast YouTube video. I'm your girl, your host, Taria. Y'all, thank you so much for coming on back and watching this video. So, this video, we just gonna talk about a couple of quick things. Y'all, I didn't eat my wings that I told y'all I wanted in the first video. If you haven't watched the video I put out previously, it was a little bit of housewives things going on. And now we're gonna get out of the housewives world for a little bit and get into what else is going on. Y'all I think them wings didn't hit me already, child. I didn't got the itis. If you know, you know. All right, but let's get into it. This was part of what I talked to y'all about yesterday on the video that I was not able to put out due to YouTube. But let's get into it. Okay, real quick. For those of y'all that are new here and may not have heard me say it, if I want to talk about a story with y'all, I want to talk about it with y'all. So I'll say, I know you may have heard it and seen it discussed elsewhere in days prior, but I feel like I want to talk to y'all about it too. So that's why I get on here and give my thoughts, and then I want to hear y'all's thoughts too. So speaking of that, let's get into the Halle Bailey and DDG of it all. Some of these comments that I'm seeing, y'all, are just so crazy. And it seems like it's a running theme, the comments that I'm hearing about Cassie, about Halle, about Meg the Stallion when it was her and Tory, because we know that Tory was allegedly stabbed 14 times. I'm saying allegedly because part of me kind of wonders. I mean, I don't think the people would lie, but you know. Anyway, but it feels like there's a running thread of conversation in certain spaces and places about the women and not to be believed. And or the excuses that are made for the men in these situations is insane to me. It really is. Have y'all heard? I'm sure. Well, have y'all heard any of that conversation where they don't want to believe Cassie, or they're saying it wasn't what she's saying it was, or why did she stay so long? And then with Halle, it was she must have done something to make him want to do that. She was buckling him up, the baby up in the back seat, which we'll get into it. How did they end up in the front seat with him slamming her head into the steering wheel, allegedly? And then with Meg, it wasn't him, it wasn't Tori, it was Kelsey, or Meg lied about sleeping with him as if that absolves him of the pow-powing of her feet. I don't know. Y'all let me know if y'all have heard those conversations. And if you have, what do you think? First up, let's get into Halle. This is according to People. Halle Bailey accuses ex-boyfriend DDG of physical and verbal abuse, gets temporary restraining order, and I believe temporary custody. I cannot allow this abuse any longer, Bailey wrote in court documents obtained by People. So we know that she filed for a restraining order against DDG, alleging physical and verbal abuse. She alleges in her request for a restraining order, DDG bruised her and chipped her front tooth and accused him of weaponizing his online following. She also requested custody of her son, Halo, during her stay in Italy for filming an upcoming project. So maybe that is the custody, the temporary custody that she got. So she filed the restraining order. Well, let's see. Well, I'll put it this way. Halle Bailey accused her ex-boyfriend and father of her child, DDG, of abuse and was granted a temporary restraining order against him per court documents obtained by People on Tuesday, May the 13th. Halle detailed alleged instances. In, ugh, Halle detailed alleged incidents of abuse she claims to have endured at the hands of DDG, whose full name is Daryl Dwayne Granberry. The former couple's son, Halo St. Granberry, born in December 2023, is also protected from DDG under the temporary restraining order, wow, which was filed in Los Angeles County Superior Court. The temporary restraining order requires DDG, a rapper and Twitch streamer, to remain over 100 yards away from Halle and Halo at all times, including at Halo's school and Bailey's vehicle. They put Bailey, but we know it's Halle. So I'm trying to say Halle, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Halle and DDG began their relationship in 2022 and ultimately split in 2024. So he's got to stay 100 yards away. People reached out to lawyers for Halle and representatives for DDG for comment. TMZ was the first to report the news. Hallie's request for a restraining order obtained by People details several incidents of alleged abuse with specific instances dating back to January of 2025, this year, a few months ago. I realize that there is no placating Daryl. I cannot allow this abuse any longer, Hallie wrote in the documents. Among the allegations made against DDG are that he frequently verbally abused Haley, often calling her a bitch or evil in front of their 17-month-old son. Whenever he wishes to cause upset, he starts bad mouthing me to his several million fans. Hallie wrote in her declaration. And that is definitely true. He does it under the guise of, I miss my son, but he makes sure that the audience, that it's communicated to his audience that I miss my son because of the things his mom is doing. And that gets them all riled up and stirred up. Hallie filed a police report with the Los Angeles Police Department in March, according to the declaration. DDG allegedly entered her home. Y'all listen to this. Entered her home after she warned him that she and Halo were sick with RSV and that Halo could not leave the house. Hallie claims in her declaration. In response, DDG began screaming profanities at Hallie, damaging her Ring camera and attempting to take the child without her consent. Y'all remember when he got on his stream and saying how he missed his son, how he wasn't able to see his son, and it came out that Hallie and Halo had RSV, and we know that RSV is extremely dangerous for babies, and it's contagious. So she told him, and he wanted to come over to her house and hang out and play with Halo, and she was like, no. So apparently he showed up anyway, which he didn't tell us that part. I don't remember him telling us that part. The request for a restraining order includes photographic evidence of the alleged abuse, including an earlier incident that allegedly resulted in injuries to Hallie. Photos show her chipped front tooth and a large bruise on her bicep. An alleged text message was also submitted as evidence. Hallie spent Mother's Day in St. Lucia with her sister, Chloe Bailey, despite DDG allegedly accusing her of visiting the island to be with a man. He was accusing her of being with Brent Faiyaz. The text message exhibited with the court documents sent on Sunday, May 11th, read, Daryl, are you not, why am I reading these? My brain is reading them in her voice. But Daryl, are you not tired of harassing me? You make up a new lie on me every day. I'm still in St. Lucia having fun with Shermay and Chloe, not with any man out here. I wouldn't do that. I have Halo. I told your mom I was going to be with my sister last week. Please let me enjoy my Mother's Day in peace. I hope you're okay and feel better soon. Like, I know people can say, oh, she can just turn off her phone, but she shouldn't have to do that. She shouldn't have to be receiving text after text after text after text, basically a rage text. Hallie has requested custody of Halo while she films an upcoming project in Italy for 2 months, beginning on June 7th. I have family and a nanny who will be traveling with me to care for Halo while I'm working from home. While I'm working, the court document detailed. I also asked the court to order Daryl to cease and desist from posting and or streaming on any and all platforms about Halo and or me, including but not limited to YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter/X, the request read. He is a YouTube and Twitch blogger and creates a fan frenzy by making false claims about me. This has caused me to feel afraid and victimized. His fans then threaten me. I'm often scared for my life and Halo's safety. Hashtag free Halo has become a slogan online. That is crazy. I mean, can you imagine? It's, ugh. Hallie also asked the judge to order DDG to attend a batterer intervention program and to show proof that he completed the 52-week program. A court hearing in the case was scheduled for June 4th. So I guess since she had the temporary restraining order, will we find out at the June 4th hearing whether it's been extended? She already, I think, has been granted the permission to take Halo to Italy for the 2 months. That's June 7th, 3 days after this court hearing. So I'm wondering at that time, are they going to extend the restraining order? Let's get into some of DDG's family. His mom took to IG and said, this is from Yahoo News, took to IG and said, I don't usually comment or say anything on this internet, even with all the negativity, the lies, and hatred towards mine. However, these accusations have made me realize that I have been quiet for too long. Few hours later, she then posted a meme with Kermit on the phone, on a, child, what they call it, like in a phone booth, well, on a payphone. Child, I couldn't think of the name. Wow, it's been that long. And the meme says, hello, Jesus, take the wheel. She hasn't said anything since. And I'm wondering, after they found out about the restraining order, did she post that not knowing what was detailed in the restraining order? Like, did she post it out of support for her son, which these mothers will do, but she didn't know what exactly was in the restraining order? And I wonder now that it has been put out, what is going to be her next? Like, is she going to say something now? Because she says she's been quiet for too long. She doesn't usually comment or say anything on this internet, even with all the negativity, the lies, and hatred. You know, Hallie's mom could probably say the same, the hatred and negativity towards her. Let's get into his brother, y'all. It's rumored that his brother has issues with his baby's mom that may include assault. But let's get into what he had to say. Oh, shoot, hold on, let me share this with you. All right, here we go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Honest, bro. I'm gonna be honest, and this gonna hurt my heart to say, and it's literally making me like hella emotional. Bro, that's why my brother streams, bro. That's why my brother streams, because he can't see Halo how he want to, bro. That's why y'all see my brother on stream until he goes to sleep. And this shit kind of like low-key fucking a nigga up, bro.
Wasn't he streaming long before Halo was born? Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
This is his brother.
Wait. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on, child. I don't wanna be like fucking emotional on camera type shit. But nigga, this is on chat.
And this is from Hip Hop Ties on X, Twitter. Oh,
nigga, the reason why my brother is streaming so much, bro, and y'all see this nigga on that bitch for hours, bro, is because that nigga called me and be like, bro, that shit hurt, bro.
so the reason he be on Twitch for hours and hours is not to make his money, like on that and YouTube. That's not.
I'm being honest, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
So some of these comments, because he's not able to speak on her, he's now getting the homies to do it for him. Somebody said like baby brother, like big brother. Child, I don't know. It's crazy. I guess now is not the time to say, you know, Halle, that we were trying to tell you. I'm sure she knows that. You know, I don't know. I was trying to look up uh how I had it in the video yesterday. Oh yeah, here we go. How how his brother found out. Wants to know.
How the fuck do you walk into a courtroom, get a restraining order, and then TMZ find out before my brother find out? That's not fucking normal, y'all. Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. That's not normal. How do you go into a courtroom, request a thing, and then TMZ doesn't say anything?
Here's my thing. I don't care if she did. I don't care what, I mean, I think he's insinuating she leaked it. Now, we do know that this is TMZ. So they got folks that work that, I believe, people inside the courthouses. I believe like they're on it. With that being said, if she did leak it, if he did all those things, bruised her, threatening her through text, tore up the ring cam, chipped her tooth, I don't care if she leaked it. I don't care because you shouldn't have done it. That's how I feel. But y'all let me know what y'all think. There's people in the comments that are saying, she tried to say he wasn't a good father. He proved that wrong. So now he a woman beater. So do people think she did that to herself? Child, somebody said TMZ was telling him TMZ is connected to people in the courthouse, which everything is public knowledge, so they can get it the same day. Somebody said the same way we knew about Kobe, they knew about Kobe before his family. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Somebody said they trying to shut DDG down. Let me guess, is he trying to buy CBS? Because let me hush. They trying to they trying to shut DDG down. That's some big power behavior. Halle could not do it all by herself. Child. So a woman did comment, messing with the Little Mermaid will do that. She has to protect her character and try to destroy his sad situation. More sad for the child. He needs his father. She admitted on video she's the aggressor. Y'all let me know what y'all think, y'all. This is crazy. Out of all this, I hope Halo is okay. Yes, he's a small child now, but children pick up on moods and atmosphere, what's going on and all that. So, yeah, I hope they both do what's best for Halo. Moving on, y'all. Let's get into some other stuff. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Whew, let me see if you can run it, baby. Not anytime soon. So, from the neighborhood talk, we know that Chris Brown was arrested in the UK because he was over in the UK for allegedly smashing a producer in the head with a bottle of Don Julio. Cha. Then they had an update. Chris Brown officially charged with grievous bodily harm in UK assault case. Chris Brown has been charged with one count of grievous bodily harm in response to him allegedly smashing a tequila bottle over a music producer's head in 2023. I believe this was well, they said it was at a club, right? So let's see. I wanted to get something else. Here we go. So the singer was charged with grievously bodily harm over a 2023 incident in London. Let's go. Chris Brown, the R&B singer, was ordered to be held in custody until June 13th by a court in Manchester, England on Friday after he was charged with grievous bodily harm. British police arrested Brown, 36, in Manchester on Thursday over an assault that reportedly took place at a venue in Hanover Square in London on February 19th, 2023. According to the Metropolitan Police. All right, so the alleged incident happened February of 2023, and he's back over there now. A news release from prosecutors on Thursday gave no further details. In Britain, strict rules prevent the reporting of anything that could prejudice, a jury at trial after charges have been filed. The judge in Manchester transferred the case to a higher court in London, setting the next hearing for June 13th. Brown was in England ahead of a tour scheduled to begin on June 8th in Amsterdam, although his detention appears likely to affect the tour. Yeah, because the next hearing is June 13th. His tour in Amsterdam is supposed to be June 8th. The BBC reported that Brown appeared in court wearing black pants and a plain t-shirt, and that he spoke to confirm his full name as Christopher Maurice Brown and his date of birth. A lawyer and a talent agency that represents Brown did not immediately respond to requests for comment on Thursday. Brown songs have landed him 17 Billboard Top 10 hits, most of which were released from 2005 to 2015. Wow. Now, I was trying to see, I wanted to get into, I was trying to see, I thought his lawyer spoke out, or somebody spoke out on his behalf recently, but maybe not. Yep, so he's going to remain in police custody. The arrest related to an assault alleged that took place at Tape nightclub between Chris Brown and DIAW. Is that Diao, I guess? Is that how you say it? Want to see. I'm trying to see. I wanted to get the exact details. Mm. Nah, okay, here we go. In the lawsuit, which was examined by People, the producer accused Brown of beating him and said that he suffered crushing blows to the head, which left him unconscious. He reportedly used a bottle of Don Julio 1942 tequila for the attack. The producer, Diao, alleged that Brown continued to ruthlessly stomp on him for 30 seconds. The producer ended up in the hospital with lacerations on his head and torn ligaments in his leg, and he was left with permanent damage and severe emotional distress, per the lawsuit. Brown's tour promoter previously filed a motion to strike part of Diao's allegations, Radar Online reported. The motion was denied in April 2024. The Mirror was the first organization to report on Brown's arrest. He was reportedly apprehended at the Lowry Hotel shortly after arriving in the country via private jet. The Metropolitan Police are based in London, but reportedly traveled to Manchester for the arrest after they were tipped off that he was in the country. Mm-mm-mm. So I just want to go back. So evidently, I was trying to see. So evidently, I guess that they were in an argument, and apparently, and they're alleging that he beat him with the bottle of Don Julio and then stomped on him. Wow. I wonder how that would work. Like the people that bought tickets to his June 8th concert. And clearly he's going to be in there until June 13th unless something else happens. Like, I wonder, were they going to get their money back? How do y'all feel about this? This goes back to what I asked y'all a couple weeks prior. We were talking about Jonathan Majors. I hear a lot of people arguing. I see a lot of people arguing online, a lot on TikTok, saying that he did his time. And they only mention Rihanna, right? They say Rihanna has been forgiven him. Everyone else has forgiven him. But he's had many more incidents after Rihanna. I mean, and the latest one was literally when they say in 2023, February of 2023. So just a little bit past 2 years. That's recent when you think about the other incidents that he's had. It's not like he's had 10 years between incidents, right? And there are a lot of people saying he's not like that. Again, only mentioning the Rihanna thing. Now they're saying he said, he did say free Tory. And then the next day he's arrested. So people are like, the people, whoever the people are, got him. They heard him say free Tory. They're trying to take a black man down. Um, but if someone has an incident with violence every few years, that says a lot. We're not talking about just the one incident with Rihanna. And even an incident after that with Karuchi. We're not even just like, it's been other people outside of that. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. It's just a lot. I know a lot of people are saying he better be out by the time their concert date rolls around. I do wonder what would happen if he was found guilty. Would he have to serve jail time over there, or would there be a fine? Like, I wonder how that would work. That's wild. Y'all let me know what y'all think. And then lastly, wait, y'all think that's it? What? I thought I had something else I wanted to talk to y'all about. Well, Nope, that was it. All right, y'all let me know what y'all think about all of it. Do any of y'all have tickets to the Breezy Bowl? And are y'all hoping that he's out when it's time for him to perform in your city or wherever it is you bought the tickets? I will say, I just he's a very talented young man. He really is like talented. Child, it's a lot. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Love y'all. Talk to you later. See ya.